Hello everybody. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys some goodies. So I have got a package from the Coffee Monster Co. This is the winter release. So these were the winter washies that release. I'm trying to think what weekend this was that they did this. Maybe like November 3rd, 10th, November 10th. I think it was November 10th. And then I have some goodies from an Amazon order that I am going to show you guys as well. And it's going to provide a massive spoiler alert. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I'm so excited. So of course I'm saving that for last. But the first thing that I want to get into, and I need to grab my trusty Hobonichi 5-year because we're of course going to be doing some washi swatches. So these actually arrived, and I kind of didn't know what order I was going to put these videos in, but I really like maintaining that kind of haul videos and paper crafting, memory keeping stay on Sundays, and then plan with me's and planner content stays on Wednesdays. I don't know why, I just like it that way. So these actually arrived yesterday. Very excited. I don't know why. I don't really need a pencil board back there, but we're gonna keep it, I suppose. So let's just get into it. As you can see, I also have zero memory keeping. Oh, this is what, because I did get some questions about this, and even though I'm planning to do it in the live stream as well, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it up because I haven't. This is, like, obviously I'm squishing it, but this is at the, if I squish it, see how thin it is down there. You can definitely see we're at like the 3-year mark because it's super chunky up here, and obviously it goes 1, 2, 3 is like in here, 4, 5. Some people asked about like the thickness. I tend to use very thin stickers, and I use washi paper or like matte photo paper to do my images. So I try to keep things as thin as possible. Like I don't add like 3x4 cards or Project Life cards or anything like in a thick realm. I try to keep it very, 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 very thin. So that's just like a little thing. And like I said, I am going to talk more about that obviously on Wednesday when we talk about a planner lineup. But yes, just to go ahead and show that off, because I did have a couple people ask if I could show my 5-year, like the thickness with kind of what I put in it. Shout out to Jan for packing my order. Jan has packed a ton of my orders. True story. Okay. It's like, do I even remember what the heck is in this thing? Okay. So I'm gonna pull the washi out and stack it off to the side. And then on the back side, we're just gonna look at a couple stickers. Oh, look at the bees. How stinking cute. I love this. I love that design. I always love like a bee print or theme. It's like one of my favorites. Wow, these are so teeny. I had no idea how small these like bean samplers were, like this part of it. So I'm really gonna have to do some extra looking. Let me see if I have something to like compare it to. Pull this up because this is really what I kind of want to compare it to. We're gonna do all of the planners in this video. As you can see, I've got some filling in to do. Okay, so yeah, I thought that it would at least cover like 2 whole things. So that's really interesting. Wow. Okay, so need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you would basically need like 5 of these, which I'm trying to think. 5, like, wow. Okay, so this would be really fun to do like a rainbow spread maybe, if you don't have that many. I love these. I've been like way late to the game on this particular batch of them. I think because I really wanted to stock up and have a good amount of bean cards so that I could kind of redeem a set of 4 for every order for as many as I could. So basically, if I think about it, I would need like 20. Why do I feel like that's wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4 bean cards times 5. No, I need 20 bean cards to cash out, to have enough to do each one of these in a whole line, which is typically what I'm trying to do. I'm a little matchy in that, you know, area of myself, but I don't know how that would work out. These would also be really cute to use for like an A5. I don't know. This is A6. Let's see, like comparatively, like where it would sit. It would probably be perfect for an A5 or 6, like little to-do bar over here off to the side. But I think that they're a cute size. I'm definitely going to try to grab some more of them up, and I hope to see some of these designs make it into full-size washi, like this garden one. I would love to see for sure. I love the llamas. Obviously, I love the honey print. I think these are really cute. The rainy day is adorable. Yeah, these are cute. Okay, so those are freebies. Other freebies that are included in this order are the November little freebie with the headers. I think that's super cute. I would love to see, like, I think the headers are probably going to get a redo next year from everything that I've seen. Like the new spring and summer ones came out, either that or it'll be like new ones. That's just a guess. I obviously am not in Helen's head, but I think these are cute, and I really liked how the fall ones turned out as well. I did pick up another Protect Your Peace vinyl. Funny enough, I had the exact perfect journal I was going to put it on, and then I changed everything at the last, okay, I say everything and that's really dramatic. I didn't change my entire lineup, but I definitely made a major change that I did not see in a million years coming. So I'll just hang on to this little guy and we'll find a good place for him for sure. The next thing I want to look at are the stickers that I picked up. I didn't pick up many, but I did get a Christmas reading. I am not planning on doing a lot of Christmas reading, but I did get a Christmas book to read, which I'll show you guys from the Amazon order. I like the large Christmas doodles. I think they're cute, and I didn't get them last year. Winter reading. I am trying to read more in general, so I am trying to pick these up when I see them, and because there's so many and I don't get to read as often, I need to like reach out in the group, but I would love for Helen to make like a reading in the bathtub kind of thing, because I think there's like a lot of cute like bathtub type of emojis that she's done, but I would love to see like a reading in the bathtub, because that's typically where I get mine done, or I'm out sunning. Like it's literally one of those two options. I just don't sit in bed and read. It's weird, but I just don't. And then I did get a Christmas planning. I think that because and I know she's talked about this in the groups, is I think that last year she just found herself like in a weird timeline with the way that holidays were happening and the way that the releases were falling. So people weren't really getting things. Like, I know I talked about it last year, but basically I didn't get my Halloween stuff until literally like the last week, maybe week and a half of October. And so I really just I felt like it was prep for this year. So I definitely bought a lot less. And then obviously when the Christmas release happened, I went all in. I wanted to make sure that if that happened again, I would be more ready. And then she was way more on top of it this year. Like, and that's like not a shade comment whatsoever. It's just what it was. But I think that it's been really nice to kind of like have the Christmas stuff in time. Again, I took extra care to buy what I needed last year, and then also buy extras towards the end of the season so that I was prepared. So again, that's led to not having to shop as much this year. I know I'm posting this like over Black Friday weekend as well. I'm not shopping the Black Friday sale with her. It's nothing personal. There's just nothing in there that I can't live without, or that I don't see a possibility of it coming back. Like it's stationary items. I am typically, I'll shop a sale if there's washi, because I know that there's less, it's going to be a longer time frame, or I'm going to have to fight for overstocks and all that. And I'm already kind of, I've created an unfortunate situation for myself with the quarterly subscriptions, and I'm really bummed about that. Again, that's not Helen's fault. That's my fault. And I just have to live with that. Why is that stuck to me? But yeah, other than washi, I'm really just trying to like this, again, super small order. None of these are restocks. They are just like ones I didn't have that I kind of wanted for this season or in my stash. Super simple little baby haul. And you're going to notice, like, my magic number has always kind of been 2. If I think something is like, okay, this is my thing. If I don't think I'm really going to use it that much, I'm going to get 1. If I'm like, oh, that's really cute, that's cute, I'm going to get 2. If I'm obsessed, I'm getting 3. That's just how my brain works. However, Helen did this video where she was trying to use up an entire roll of washi, and she's been steady using it every day, guys, and is still not through it. And I think that's been going on for like, oh, I don't know, like the OG fans and like the mega fans out there, please drop a comment if you know how long it's been going on. But I think it's like 2 months now. And she's still working with it. And granted, it's not like she's swiping it all over her paper every day, but it's roughly about the same amount of washi like I would use, you know, over maybe 3 of her days might be like 1 of my weeks or something like that in terms of like a weekly spread, or I've been using them more in my dailies. Excuse me, I'm not going to edit that out because that's a lot of work, and I'm already putting up this video a little bit later than I wanted to. But super excuse me. I can't really tell what's aggravating my sinuses, if it's the fact that I got my Christmas tree from my mom's house and she has bunnies and it's a lot of hair. I can't tell if it's just the dry air. I don't know if it's just my allergies. Anything and everything goes. So as I'm ranting, I am struggling a little bit to get into all of these washi rolls, and then we can talk about them individually. But like I said, that's always kind of been my order system. But with this particular series of washi, it wasn't that I didn't think they were cute. I live in the South, so we don't really see winter. Like, I have had maybe a snow on Christmas thing happen, just a handful of times in my entire life, and I'm almost 33. It is normally cold, but definitely not snow. We don't typically see snow in December. We see it in January, February. I've seen it in March, but it's very rare here in South Georgia. Or I say South Georgia. I'm in the Atlanta area. I'm from a town 2 hours south of here, so it definitely didn't snow that much there. I know it snows in the mountains every year. Obviously, like, I'm just south of like the snow line basically, so I just don't see that much of it. And with that being said, a lot of these washis, it's funny, were themed. 2 were themed winter, 1's a planner, and 1's a spring, and we're gonna get into all of that. But that definitely changed. Kind of what I had on hand changed a lot of how I ordered this year. And I think I've talked about that in previous videos as well, that it's just not something like, I obviously did the most in the beginning as I'm like learning, but like as you go on and on with Coffee Monster Co., I feel like you kind of find your groove, like what your magic numbers are, when you can flex, you know, and understand that things will come back in a different way. Like, it's all just, you know, and it's all just washi and stickers at the end of the day. It's nothing to get ripped out of the frame about. Okay, so I'm gonna shut up a little bit. So this, I believe, I wish that there was like a sheet that's included. I want to say that this is Icy Village or Ice Village. I keep wanting to call it Icy Wonderland, and it matches perfectly with that biome kit, so I'm not that far from reality there. Considering this entire spread is like butt naked, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave this bottom one. Oh, I spit on it. That's fantastic. I'm gonna put the planner one down here. So I will do this right here, maybe. Okay. Like I said, I think it was called Icy Wonderland for some reason, but I feel like there's like a village element that I'm missing. How far out do I want to take this? To here, maybe? I hate that I'm gonna miss like the little couple ice skating, but we're just gonna go halfway. And that's a really sloppy tear. Super cute. I got one roll, and I'll tell you why. Super cute. Again, doesn't snow here. I do want to go on some trips and vacations in my lifetime that are going to result in snow. However, again, me seeing how long it takes to get through a roll of washi in like real time, I scaled back. Also, I have a biome washi and I have a seasonal washi that also have snow scenes in it. So I felt like one was a responsible number, and a very easy fix. And again, I could always buy a kit if I wanted to, because I think it has something similar as well. Then are these called Winter Onesies 2.0? I feel like that's what I want to call it, so that I really should have looked up all the names before I started this video, so I'm really sorry. This has the prettiest holographic like foil I've ever seen. Oh my god, it's so pretty. And if I can ever like line this up proper. Okay, how far? Okay. And then I'll start with the bunny again, so I can cut him off about, it's okay, I'll cut off his little ear just to keep everything even. Sorry, baby ear. That way when I put it down, I'll have some room. So I want to say that this is Winter 2.0. Again, I could totally, or maybe it's like Snow Friend. No, it's not Snow Friends or anything like that. And my laptop is like closed up, so that would be a whole clunky ordeal. But this holographic like foil is super great. I feel like they're kind of the same, but they're kind of different. Like this is more holographic and this is silver, if that makes a difference. So I think it's Winter Onesies 2.0, but again, that's what I feel like it is in my head. But one other thing I really love is the stripes. There's like these blue stripes in the background that are really lovely. I did get 2 of these because they're super fucking cute. It's really, again, like I kind of altered it to where it was like, if I like this, I'm getting 1. If I love it, I'm gonna get 2. Again, the winter onesies are gonna last me a small lifetime. It's definitely something I'm planning on using more. Again, January era time frame. And I did really think that I knew what I was gonna do for January. Again, all my plans just kept changing. I really felt like I knew what my themes were gonna be for January. I totally changed my mind once these winter washies came out. So we'll see how that goes. It's definitely, a lot's changing, and I'm okay with it. Okay, so now we're just gonna catapult right on into spring. I actually have a very, very small sample of the original, which was pink. This is, I think, Floral something 2.0, because she changed it to the purple. I liked the purple. I really was unsure. I would like to see like, I liked the pink better. I would like to see a more neutral background if it were me, or like a white, because I think it would make like a really pretty border. And I didn't, even though that shade of purple is one of my favorite shades of purple, I really didn't know how much I was going to use it, but I do like it. And I haven't really used the pink either. So again, and I have just like a very small sample of that. So, and it wasn't that I was hoarding it or anything like that. So I definitely feel like I shopped really responsibly this particular release. Yeah, and I'm not even 100% sure if I'm going to be shopping at all for Black Friday at this point. We'll see. Well, Black Friday is already gone and done, but in terms of like Cyber Monday or anything like that, I am using this big, I think this is a is this a 1-inch washi? I can't speak. And I'm only gonna go to here. I am gonna at least be somewhat intelligent and use my little tiny slice tool, just because this is a bigger washi, so that it covers up a little bit that and makes me feel like I can use more of the page. Okay, so I only got 1 roll of the black supplies. I do have 2 rolls of the clear. This goes back to, as you continue on with Coffee and Monster Coat, you kind of have to like weigh out, and I mean, I guess you don't have to each their own, but like in my world, like I wanted to weigh out, okay, what do I already have that looks like this? How many rolls of it do I have? So going back to like the Icy Wonderland being practical, this, I already have 2 rolls of it in the clear. To me, I really like the black and I really like the clear. I did actually contemplate getting 2 rolls of this, but I just felt like that was just too much of something I already had. And again, weighing out the cost, like, is there 2 sticker sheets that you don't have in your stash that you would rather have? You know, I kind of had to weigh a lot of that out, if it makes sense. But I really love how this turned out on the darker background. I think it pops really well. Yeah, I feel like I would have done the same thing if the colors were reversed. But yeah, I did really struggle with only getting 1 roll of this. So those are the super cute washies. I'm going to go back and I think I'm going to border these out and maybe just hand letter like winter washies and actually look up the names so I can put them in the book and be like intelligent about that. But I am going to flip a whole page ahead and look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's cute. I can see through the paper obviously, but it looks like this time last year my Advent. Did I order the Advent? It arrived on the 23rd. That's super fun. And that Tombow gave out on me, which was really not cute. But on the 24th, my Amazon package arrived and I was really excited about it. And I felt really bad for the girl who had to like schlep all the way up 3 flights of stairs because I don't have an elevator in my building to deliver it to me. She was super sweet. But she said she had other stuff on the 3rd floor, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But still, I felt really bad that she had to walk all the way up here because our package room was apparently closed, which is a little abnormal. But I am going to keep my 5-year out because I did treat myself to some new pins. So we're just going to start with those so that then we can move this out of the way. So basically with my Amazon order, I'm kind of treating, I was going to order through Jet Pins. And then not only could I order through Amazon and get exactly kind of what I was looking for, but I needed to order some other items off Amazon, so it was just easier to like dump it all in one thing. And so that's what I did. So these are the Sarasa vintage colors. These are 0.5, so this is a whole point bigger than normally what I write in. I normally write in 0.38. So I'm very excited to see these colors swatched out. And they came in a pack of like, they came packaged together as you saw, but like it was only 10 bucks and I love vintage colors so much. So we are going to, I'm going to take all the little red goobers off the bottom of these. But yeah, it was, I think you might be able to buy them separately. but the way that they were just packaged, it was just like all in together. Like, meaning these 2 packs were sold as like one item for like 10 bucks, I think, which seemed reasonable for some new pens to play with. I normally use the Uniball Signo DXs, but I was really inspired by a vintage theme this year, so I decided to get these for myself. So I think this is just a plain black, and I'm really anxious to see like how they all come out. Oh, these are so lovely. These are really smooth. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. And the cat is skulking about, so hopefully she won't hop up here, but if she does, I know you guys will give her a warm welcome. I'm nervous about writing in a larger point, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, these are so pretty. Hoping I'm not just like being annoying with showing them. Yeah, this looks kind of like a dark gray black, if that makes sense. Then we've got like a Bordeaux, a khaki that's really similar to this khaki color that I already have from Signo. A brown, is that a brown? Nope, that's a, yeah, that is a brown, like a brown gray. Oh, it's the purple. I was like, what is that? It is the purple. It kind of dries brown. And then that gray. I love a gray pen. If you guys have hung out for a while, then you'll know that. I really do love me like various shades, both light, dark, etc. I love grays. I also have a really pretty Prussian blue that I write in. I did have someone ask fairly recently if I use fountain pens, and I don't. I feel like I have so many pens as it is that I feel like getting into fountain pens could be really dangerous for me and start a whole new obsession that I really do not have time or funds for. That's not to say that I wouldn't get like a starter one or maybe, you know, play around with one at some point, like I never say never, but yeah, definitely not in the cards at the moment. Just taking the little red doodads off. And then I think we're done with the swatching. Okay. And I'm just gonna keep going all the way down from here. So this is kind of like a denim-y blue. I really like that. It's gonna be a green. This is a lot greener than I thought it was gonna be. I'm getting like smaller and smaller and smaller with my swatches, so I gotta chill. This is an actual brown. Making them a little bit bigger now. This is a blue, like a navy. And last but not least, this is another kind of red. Oh, that one kind of took out a little bit. This is more like a brown red, and this is more of like, see, like we've got kind of like that red wine color, and then we've got like that deeper red wine color, so almost like a red brown. So it felt okay writing with them. I definitely want to write out all of their names next to them and go from there, so that if I'm looking for them again in the future I can, and then I might hand letter some stuff around that, but we'll see how I feel about them. I look forward to using a different kind of pen. That's a nice little haul for 10 bucks and something new to play with. So I'm going to set these off to the side. And again, that is calling it quits on the swatching. Now, hopefully I don't create a craft avalanche. I know you guys can hear things clinking off in the background. It's like a very tight space. I've been doing some Project Life prep the last few days, so my craft desk and I are definitely ready for explosion. I might need to finally, I feel like I never get to use the clean my desk emoji sticker after planning or crafting, because I kind of do it, I haven't Project Lifed in so long, and when I'm setting up spreads, it's not like an explosion or anything. I have everything really really tidy for a reason. Like I have my storage. You're already seeing one item, but yeah, I typically keep everything like really neat and tidy when I'm doing planner stuff. So scrapbooking is a totally different thing. It's like pull everything out. But I decided after a lot of back and forth, I don't know. So I used to have a die cut that gave me like the perfect one-sided little tab area, and I loved it, and it just went in MIA, and I don't know what happened to it. It was the perfect tab. I do have one from Tim Holtz, but it's like on a whole set with other stuff, so it's just really annoying, and I like tabs. And I like being able to change them. I'm working on some projects that need them. So all in all, I really wanted a punch tab. And I was struggling because I know this is like hilarious after being like, I just spent $10 on a pack of pens. This is $20, and this is a gift that will keep on giving, but still it was like nauseating to pull the trigger for some reason, which is wild. But I am looking forward to using it, and I am very excited. So it has like a lot of versatility as well. And then you can even buy like adhesives to protect your tabs. I did not buy those because I'm totally fine with just paper ones, but that was a treat yourself kind of moment. Another thing that I got was the pencil board that Helen uses. And I'm on the fence. I'm gonna play with it a little bit, like with it in the packaging. But the thing is that it's a little bit thicker and a little bit sturdier than this one has been through it. This is the first one I ever had. It's very flexible, very thin. This is a little bit more rigid. Like I can fold it like that, but it definitely has some strength to it, and feels thicker. And I think she even said in some videos that it's like a softer impact. So I just want to play with it a little bit and see what I think. It was $5. I think it was even less than that. But I just want to see. It's literally, it says plastic sheet, if that gives you any indication, but it is very thick. I'm trying to think if there's any craft supplies that I've dealt with that are about this thickness, and I don't think so. Another thing that I got, and we will talk about this more when we get to Wednesday. Again, I really wanted to do this haul video before Wednesday, which if you're like, why are you mentioning Wednesday 5,000 times? I am, my plan was to do Wine Wednesdays all the way through December. The problem is I have a work event the very first Wednesday, so I didn't want to push everything forward like I did last year when that happened. I wanted to kind of push it backward because I feel like we're all in that place where people are finally, you know, saying, this is what I'm doing for 2024, and we're all really anxiously like awaiting everybody's lineups. And so I thought it would be best if we just kind of went through it before December and got into it. So that's what we're gonna do on Wednesday, November the 29th at 6 p.m. I'm going to do a live stream. All of the live streams the rest of December will also be at 6 p.m. unless I say otherwise, and I will give you guys as much notice as I can. But 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, and that's Eastern Standard Time. Again, on November the 29th, we will be going through my setup. So, I'm sorry, not my setup, my lineup. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to misspeak. This is going to be the lineup. So I'm going to be going through every single planner, journal, nonsense thing that I am going to be using in 2024. For the most part, I think there's only one outstanding item that I don't know that I'll have by Wednesday. We'll see I'll have it definitely by the start of the year, but we'll talk about all of that then and there. I just want to give you guys some preface to why I'm saying it repetitively. But this is a super cute, I feel like I'm gonna have everybody being hella cryptic. This is a Moterm size craft file folder with a zipper PVC pouch. And this is standard size. I want to say this was like $8, which I felt was pretty worth it. This is the file folder, and it's cardboard. it looks pretty sturdy, and it kind of reminds me of how, like, you see, like, it has a core instead of just being like folded over cardboard. Got a little pocket here, got some like almost like card holder-esque situations happening here. I just want to keep everything on nice and safe and sound. And I am going to be doing a little bit of setup this week just to prepare for that video. But in terms of like 100% setup, that's not going to happen until one of the lives towards the end of the month. This is the PVC part. So on this side, there are, okay, I'm trying to figure out how this goes in. Or is this just like a bone? I think this just ends up being like a bonus pouch pocket, maybe. At least that's probably how I'm gonna treat it. And then these are like card holder slots. Pretty simple. And then we've got a zipper pouch back here, which I really am excited about. That's really nice. I am 100% happy with these and hope that they prove useful. I'm not going to tell you what they're for. Oh, I knocked the camera. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, drum roll, wherever you are. Here it is. Here is the reason we're all here. My splurge of the season, my last minute change that I didn't see coming, the thing that just shook me to my core, and I'm so excited to unbox it. I have been waiting. I checked it obviously, but I didn't want to unbox it until I was like on camera with you guys. I am gonna do the Hobonichi haul for 2024. I am so excited and scared and nervous and just all aflutter. So one thing that I need to say first and foremost is, for any and all of you that have been so supportive through my Kokuyo journey, I want you to know how appreciative I am for every single one of you. I know I ad nauseum spouted that I had no intentions to leave Kokuyo, and I didn't. I had no intentions, none whatsoever. And then I saw this beautiful, beautiful lady come out into the world, and I was so nervous and went back and forth. She's a little pricey. That's number one. Number two, I have in the past always done an AVEC because I know I'm gonna get chunky. I know she's gonna get really chunky, but in the past I've also put everything in the kitchen sink in here, and I think it's taken some learning with the 5-year and me doing daily pages again with the Hobonichi A6 AVEC, which I've really enjoyed. And I know I even mentioned on camera, like, I don't know how I feel about this and carrying it on into the new year and all of that. But the more I kept looking up at my lineup, and I was like, you still are creating an extra space. Like, you want that, you want the option for a daily. You wanted that. And I did. And the vessel that I was going to put it in just wasn't big enough. It really, really wasn't. And as cute and kitschy and fun as it sounded, I just didn't see it working. And this came out. And it was too beautiful. It's been a very long time since I've been in a Hobonichi. I think I did Passion Planner and then I went into Kokuyo. So it's been 3 years. And I felt like I was ready to come back. I felt like the intro was the AVEC A6. I felt like having weekly spreads in an A5 Slim was really helpful but frustrating because the kits that I have fit an A5 Hobonichi cousin, and I just kept feeling frustrated that things went over the edge and didn't look right or were gonna require trimming. Like, I just wanted everything to fit. And I really went from this big expanded planner for everything, everyone separate, to I really just wanted to tote one thing around because it was going to be my Kokuyo. And I will talk about this more obviously in the setup or the lineup. I keep saying setup in the lineup on Wednesday, so some of this is going to be redundant and I'm going to try to keep it pretty short. But I was still going to have a weekly, monthly planner, and then I was still going to have a daily. So why could I couldn't wrap my head around, why are you struggling? Why don't you just put them back in the same book like you had? I'm gonna go ahead and open this. This is the A5 size. Oh my God, so pretty. This is the Yamasakura, how do you say it? Yamasakura design. I am a huge vintage floral fan. And back when they did all of the April starts in 2023, it took everything in me not to get a weeks, but because I had literally just started my weeks, I was like, no, man, you're not doing that. I'm not like trying to, no, we're not doing that. And my Hobonichi weeks like has enough room to go and go and go and go and go. Oh my God, this is so scary because like, oh God. But this is aggressive. This is so aggressive and difficult. Wow. You're so pretty. The other thing that I thought was really lovely about the Han is it is hard. It's a hardcover, which is also going to kind of keep me in line with not busting this binding. I am going to keep it on this plastic to try to keep it a little clean, and I will go ahead and show you. I did get the, oh no, that's not right. Where'd it go? I was like, that's not going to fit. What the heck? I did get a cover, and these covers are different, so just heads up if you do decide to do that. This is Hobonichi Techo Cousin for A5 size for the Han specifically. Oh my God. It's not a planner. It's not a diary. It's a Techo. It's got lay flat binding, 1 page per day, Tomoe River paper, a Monday start week, January start to December of 2024. Oh my God. Oh, look at that inside cover. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm probably not zoomed out enough, but you're gonna get the picture. Wow. And the other thing that I do want to discuss. So I'm very excited to go backwards, to go forwards, to take everything I've learned from the Kokuyo to remembering what I loved about daily pages, because I did go through quite a few of my older Hobonichis before I made this decision. And I'll say in a couple other things that tied the knot with this situation were, number one, the year starts on a Monday, guys. It's beautiful. I'm so excited. So the planner basically gets to start with no like half spreads, no half in one year, half in another. I'm sure as we flip, I'm gonna see things, but this being just a smidget bigger, I'm so excited to have just a little bit more space and room to write. I'm so thrilled. I think this is going to be wonderful. And I'm so excited to look back at older planners and get inspiration. This is typically where I've put my habit trackers in the past. Wow, this seems so, I'm going to have to show you guys because I need you to understand like the size difference isn't like astronomical, but it is noticeable. Like it is just a smidge difference. This is not the best way, but like that's a little bit of a difference. Maybe like a full inch. No, not a full inch on each side. Almost. Maybe a full inch total. Like, let's just call it, obviously it all on top of each other isn't helping. But the other thing that really made a difference, and this sounds so silly, was the Coffee Monster Co. monthly kits this year are all themed with birth flowers. So what is a more perfect way, seriously, than that? Like, that sealed the deal. I was like, done. I really was wanting to use up a lot of my kits. Could I have done that in a Kokuyo? Yes. Did I feel like I needed a little bit of a change? Yes. And again, I'm trying not to be overly redundant, but just trying to explain. And I feel so bad that I said for so long, I'm just going to quick flip. These are all the monthlies. I do want to see how this is starting. I'm very curious. Oh, this goes all the way into March of 2025 with the monthly spreads. Oh my God, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I thought for sure it would have like that last week of the year, and it doesn't. Wow, that's so pretty. That's really pretty. This is some other stuff I do want to talk through while I've got you guys on camera and we're looking at, we can take an extra second and then this is the last thing. So I'm going to try to make it somewhat expedient. Okay, so some things that I do in my planner and how we went from, I love this structure, I love this layout. My biggest fear was, how was I going to keep that? Like, how was I going to cope with not having the structure? And then the more I looked back at spreads, I realized that there were very large chunks that I wasn't using. So for one, the weather, I can still pop that above the hourly and no one's the wiser. Occasionally I do get up before 5, but it's very rare that I'm actually doing anything before 5. And again, I don't really exactly follow an hourly type of situation. Like, it is typically home tasks, workout, work tasks, planner, or at home tasks again, things that I'm watching. Like, I kind of follow a rhythm where I block things, almost like, you can definitely tell it's from Happy Planner days, because that's how it was. You got a block for each section, and that's how my mind works. It's like, okay, these are all the things you need to do in this area. I don't like them all split up. I like to see, okay, this is everything you need to do at work. Here it is. And it's usually in that time frame that I would be at work, but it's also not in any particular order. Usually it's in order of priority, not necessarily in order of how it is going to happen in reality. The top section, or in some cases the bottom section in some spreads, I have been using for tarot. I have a separate planner for tarot this year, courtesy of Ritual Planner, and I've already unboxed that, but we'll talk about that again on Wednesday. I have been using this bottom section for gratitude. I'd like to continue that, and then in reality, I don't stay up usually past 9 or 10 o'clock, so I'm going to have a lot of space down here at the bottom that I can utilize for sections like that. A water tracker is very easy for me to plug in at the very bottom, if that's where it suits. Obviously, I'll play around with that. Washi placement, I've enjoyed up, down. For much of the year, it was at the very top. And then as I was using this space for tarot, it's transferred back to the bottom. Plus, I was trying to like create some kind of like symmetry, because it was like all thick up here where I was using washi every day. Then I go into my task. That's not going to change. Some things that I also liked about this was that these boxes were gone. It allowed me to use that space for trackers. I could use it for reminders. It was a little bit more open to things that I might want to accomplish in a week, but I didn't have to write so small or make sure it was just in those 2 lines. So losing the structure is really hard. And then obviously the mood and the food was a big reason that I cared for this planner. There's no rules that say that I can't do that. And in all honesty, what I really want to do with that space, if I choose to use it for food, is meal planning. And I typically have to do that every few days because it's constantly shuffling with the fact that Jeff and I live in separate households. Sometimes we get lunch at work and that throws the thing off. So planning for a whole week is not always the best plan for me. I've even tried to just write in what I've eaten and I always fall off like towards the middle of the week. I was trying to maybe find a spread that I did it in, but whatever. So all this to say that I have used these spaces for various things over the last 2 years, and it's finally just been that those particular areas of my life have another planner devoted to them. So I don't need the structure to play with so much. I think I'm really just going to enjoy having the whole row to do as I please, to move things around, to really play with it again. And I'm so excited to be on this new Hobonichi Tomoe River paper. This is made with the new paper and I'm very, very excited. I think right now, again, my biggest, oh wow, hold on. Well, obviously they're the same. so it doesn't matter. I mean, the colors appear to be changing. That's kind of cool too. Oh, I did not say this, and I should have. I got the English edition. It's worth mentioning. So, one thing that I really liked about the A6 size is that it was offered in English. I would love to see them offer the 5-year in English by the time I get to that, and I'll repurchase for 2026. I know I've already talked about that. But yeah, I really loved the idea of having an English edition because I've only had the Japanese editions except for my weeks is English, and that was a gift. So I really wanted that. I thought that would be really fun. And it looks like it's the quote and then the person that said it, maybe? Yeah, maybe the article. I'm not really sure what the setup is, but I've really been enjoying my A6. I am very scared. I'm so scared, you guys. Like, this is such a major change, but I really felt like all the roads were pointing me back to here, like the struggles that I was having in my other planner, and I was so excited for the change. And again, I'm sure y'all are gonna get to listen to me grumble. And oh, is there okay, hold on. Now we're getting somewhere. That's really nice. Okay. You guys are probably gonna listen to my grumbles and struggles quite a bit through this journey for sure. But I really have enjoyed using my daily pages, and I knew that the size that I wanted to move into was too small. I was very scared that this was going to be too much, but if there's one thing that I have learned from watching Helen's videos, you don't have to actually use the whole page. You don't. And I think that's helped a lot, just watching her videos and realizing, like, you can write, today was a clusterfuck, draw a super cute emoji, and leave it alone. You don't have to get into it that day. And I've also really enjoyed back planning in them a little bit, not getting like way underwater like my Hobonichi and I are, or my 5-year and I are, because we are Mariana Trench deep, like Titanic sunk deep in spreads I need to do. But this video was almost an hour long of me ranting about this, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously just kind of going through the rest of the planner, so just so that we actually do a proper unboxing. It goes from the months to the weeks, and then into the dailies, and then you get a couple note pages. Then there's some timetables back here, which I won't use. I think they're great for like work or class schedules if you're set up that way. A really big graph. I don't know what in the heck I would use it for. I didn't even know what to use it for back then. Favorites, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think what I would like to do is at the end of every month, pick like a favorite, whether it's a favorite book, movie, concert, restaurant, shopping, like maybe I do like a big haul, achievement, maybe that's what the clapping hands are, I don't know, but maybe pick one from every month. Moving my 100 list over, I do have a list over my Kokuyo that I want to move over. These are an interview with myself. Oh, I like this. Fill in the answers and read them over again once in a while, and maybe you'll discover something new about yourself. Okay. If I had a week off. So maybe this is something that you could do. Oh, you do it intermittently. So like there's one thing I'm determined to do in 2024. The one thing I won't do this year is the one person I most want to meet is this part of me deserves praise. I'm happiest when I am. My favorite thing to have for lunch is, my song for the year is. So some are done like at the beginning, like January timeframe, and then it looks like some, like you could just pop back here and like update it. If I had a week off, one word I learned recently, top 3 things I bought recently, if the world were about to end, my last meal would be a message to my future self, seasonal sweets to make at home. And then it's some super cute little recipes. I love that. Caring for your eyes, check your vision. Oh God, that's terrifying. Words to remember, write down memorable phrases you encounter throughout the year. 365 days to check off sheet. I would love to actually do something with this, and I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to look at some examples. I think people have done mood trackers, so maybe that's something that I can look at doing, like a mood tracker. I would like to do a savings tracker. That could be really cool. Yeah, that'd be really fun. I wouldn't mind doing that. Getting the most out of your Hobonichi, it's like a little QR code. Lots of ideas from Real Techo users. So again, maybe I'll have to look into that and see what to do. I'm thinking a savings plan would be fun for that. Personal notes, and then I missed a page, and gifts and addresses. Oh, I fell behind on my gifts to and from list and addresses. Okay, so that is it. And it looks like tucked away back here, there's just like a little pamphlet, a little tag. This is so wild. New accessories are coming, okay. And then this super great pencil board was included. It's got a pen loop at the top, which I love. And I think was more because the covers, obviously, and I'm sure you could put this into a cover, like a A5 something. I do want to see, I don't think this is gonna fit, like not even a little bit. This is my Galleon leather cover. It might fit for a little while, but I would be really worried that it wouldn't work. Like this would be great if I was traveling and I wanted to keep it like ultra protected, but I definitely couldn't fill this up with accessories and then pop this on there. But I am definitely going to get this bad boy covered as soon as we get off camera. But until Wednesday, I hope this unboxing was super fun and not super boring. I'll see you guys on Wednesday at the live stream if you're hopping on. Again, it's 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to be going through my 2024 lineup. And then also I'm going to have my December setup video. Yes, I'm saying that correctly. December setup is going to be the upload at noon. And that's something I also want to mention, is just because I'm doing the live streams doesn't mean that the uploads are stopping either. So you'll still get Wednesday upload, and then we will still have Wine Wednesday. So I look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday. Bring your wine, bring your happy faces. I can't wait to hear what you guys are planning for 2024 either. We're gonna have a nice chat about it. And until then, enjoy creating your own little wonderlands. Bye everybody.